All right, let's see. How's that? Okay, that looks good. That looks good, and that looks good. Hopefully, everybody's doing all right out there. Okay. Quiet meeting. Might just be you and I today, Bob. Go even faster if it's just you and I. Oh, there's a Bert. Says we have 0 views, but Bert just said hi, so I don't know what that means. Well, welcome. Concurrent viewers, chat rate views. Concurrent viewers. Bert, you've gone ninja on YouTube. They can't see you. Let's see here. I feel like maybe it's just my headphones that's loud. Yeah, it's probably just my headphones. Yeah, okay. I'm going to drop it anyway. That feels a little better. All right, let's see. Killing time. We got a few minutes. Wait for people to show up. Might just be Bert and Bob and I. Did you want me to make that issue go away, Bob, or were you getting it?
I haven't even looked at it. Sorry.
That's all right. I will.
Doing the rest. I also wonder if we should bring in that burn slipstream bug.
Oh. Yeah, where is that?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
It was linked across. It just didn't have the magic thing that said close this issue. So, anyway. Oh, dang it. Do the right thing, Rob. There we go. There we go. All right. Ooh, 10:31. Just Bert chilling with us on this very cold January day.
Ugh. Shh. Very cold. I don't think so.
It is. It's very cold. Both here and there. And all the
People are
parts
freezing.
all the parts in between. Yes, it is.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we have all frost. No snow. That you have that as well.
Yeah. Yeah, we got over 6 inches last night.
Oh gosh, you got more because that's what you needed.
Yeah, exactly.
Doobie-doobie-doo. Hey, it's a Zach. All right. Now we're getting the crew. It says there's 3 people out there, though. One of them may be Bob.
I am watching.
Oh, okay. Let's see. And Zach has taken the #1 spot, like right out of the gate. Like, what is that? YouTube
Well, Bert
must
had it first.
YouTube must remember for a while. Like, I thought it was per episode or per live stream, but it must remember.
Yeah, across the channel. Kind of makes sense.
Although Zach's contributions to like Deployment Dojo don't carry over to here, but you know, whatever. Interesting things. Yeah, do not disturb for a bit. Let's see.
There it is.
A couple more minutes and then we'll get going. The sound is a little low. All right, thank you for letting me know. The music or the audio, the speaking, the audio, all audio, Rob. The music is supposed to be low, but if our voices are low, is Bob okay? Hey, and Eugene, that's cool. Let me see.
I don't know. Am I okay? Mostly not, but
Mostly. Well, we do have that, I suppose. Let's see. Output devices, sound. Output devices. Oh, input. I want input. Yeah, Bob's okay, and then I'm low. Yeah, so it's doing that thing again. Have this problem with Windows where it keeps dropping my audio. Yep, it did it. Like, okay. Hopefully that just suddenly made me a lot louder. I think. Yeah, maybe. That should make me quite a bit louder. Now I hope I'm not clipping, which is always the other option, or the next thing to worry about. Yeah, okay. All right, let's see. Hopefully that cleaned that up too. Okay. Although I feel like there's a bit of a buzz. Let me see if I can.
yeah, I can hear that.
You hear the buzz?
Yeah. It's not bad, but
It's there. Did that fix it?
yes.
Yeah, okay. All right. There we go. Okay. That's time. Let's go ahead and get this show on the road. Thank you for letting me know the audio was low, Bert. And through that, you have taken the number one spot. Congratulations. Okay. Let us do the things. 3, 2, 1. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is the WiX Online Meeting 303. First meeting of 2026. Welcome 2026. Yeah, it's crazy. It's 2026. We're going to do triage and all those kinds of good things. It's basically just triage and talking about where WiX 7 is at. For those of you that aren't with us right here, right now, this is recorded. And for you that are, this is recorded, so be nice. Feel free to say hi. We got the usual crew here at 2026, which is great. I'm joined also by Bob. What are we going to talk about? We're just going to go over the WiX 7 schedule. Nothing surprising in that. Just to remind everybody, this is how it works. We've done, 3 of these now? 2 of them kind of doing the standard thing. So it kind of feels pretty easy now. It's like we just know how it works. And then we will triage the open issues and we will review what's in for 7. And we will become a little bit more probably drastic on our cuts. I think a few things, at least of mine, will bump. And I have a feeling Bob is going to have a similar experience to that. All right. Before we go look at the things that are in, let's talk about what's coming up. WiX 7 RC1 comes out on February 5th. That's a Thursday, so that works out pretty well. February having 28 days means that RC2 comes out a month later at March 5th. And assuming nothing else goes sideways on us, not that we expect it to, we will release WiX 7 on April 6th, which is a Monday. The 5th is a Sunday, and we're kind of not doing that anymore. Unless we change our mind and Bob's like, yeah, let's just go on a Sunday, but we'll talk about that in March as we get closer. So that means we have 2 more of these meetings before WiX 7 is out the door. Just FYI, if you're thinking about talking about anything about WiX 7 that absolutely should definitely be in WiX 7, well, honestly, we should be probably talking about it today, or it's going to mess up our schedule, which means we're probably not taking it WiX 7. Which is going to kind of be what we're saying a bit today. So hopefully nothing surprising there. Everybody's like, yep, that's the standard schedule. That's what we're used to. All good. Let's go talk about the things that are in or could be in and all that kind of good stuff. So, Bob, you ready for triage?
Sure.
We have 2 issues to triage, and then I'll bop over
3.
to 3. Oh. I got to refresh. That's what I get. Bob's been working in the background. 3 issues to review, and then we'll bebop over to the WiX 7 items, and we will review those and see which one of those survive. All right, so we'll start at the oldest, 6350. Burn does not repair an MSI when slipstreamed with a minor update patch. Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually a little bit broader than the title
Yes.
suggests. Basically, if you have a package in a bundle and it has been patched in a way that changes the version number, i.e., a minor upgrade, it will show up in burn as superseded. And when superseded, nothing happens to it. When that's because it's been patched, you could argue, maybe there's a really, really weak argument that, you should have to manually remove the patches, but it's pretty weak. You uninstall the bundle and the package stays because it's been superseded.
Right.
This has been out there for a while. It's due to a change that happened in WiX 4 development. So I have a pretty good grasp on the problem. I think I have a good solution. I'm testing that now.
Ah.
Should we take it?
Yes. I mean, it's before RC1.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like it would. It's not like it would have got any more testing if you put it in December. So, I mean, honestly, people aren't picking up daily builds. The expectation is that people are going to pick up daily builds. So, yeah, if it's going to make RC1, then yes. I have another issue in this same zone. There's a pull request I have that's failed because I added a test around slipstreaming. You might grab that test as well. We can follow up on it offline, but there are some things around slipstreaming that seem quite broken, and I think we need to, since we're here, we might take a look at them.
Is there another bug I made?
I'd have to go hunt it down. It's kind of in between states. It came in as a pull request actually, and then the bug that they opened after the pull request basically described the pull request, not the bug. So it's very confused, and I think I unentangled, I sorted out what they were trying to say, and then found that I believe slipstreaming is just this particular test slipstream. I ended up creating a very simple test that reproduced the problem, and that made me more worried about it. Anyway, that's all in this zone.
Okay.
So anyway, I'll follow up with you offline that we may tag another one to this. I'm just hoping that your fixes like both of them, because they both seem to be the package version is changing and getting superseded, I think is what's happening, which is what you just described.
Okay. Yeah, happy to take a look.
Yeah, but yeah,
not happy, but
yeah. So anyway, cool. Yes. Yep. We'll do that. 9208 visually appearing heading. A heading that appears? Is that what that's saying? All right.
Yeah,
Visually appearing heading. NPS exception. Oh, this is Azure MFA. Okay, these guys are opening up all of their UI accessibility issues. Is not defined as a heading. Okay. So something needs to be...
you have to do magically in the accessibility space, and
Cool.
we don't do it, and I couldn't tell you how to do it.
No. All right.
So,
yeah, one of these guys, Days, you'd think these guys would figure out that we're not accessibility experts. They are, and they should probably come help us figure out what these things are. But whatever.
Yeah.
That could go in the accessibility bucket, and it will get bigger. And maybe one day we'll just assign them all to him and be like, look, you know more about this than we do. Why don't you be useful and tell us how to actually do something instead of just opening bugs and walking away? Anyway. All right. Files include and files exclude treat directory names case sensitively. That doesn't sound right on Windows.
Well, I've been looking to get into Linux
Yeah, okay. I don't know. Is this true? I didn't look at it.
more. I can see where it might happen. Um, I got really sad at the idea of how do I, you know, create a test and check it in. Um, so that will need some thought, I think, but it should be, yeah, fairly easy to.
Oh, it's
I'm
harvesting, so
hoping.
you don't put the names in the source code.
Right, right.
So you have to get. Wait, okay. How do you get in this situation? Oh, you write it. Oh, so you put the files in one. Well, you put the files in one case and you uppercase your exclude or something like all caps your exclude. They just have to be different, right?
I, Sorry, I didn't get that far.
Okay. All right. Is this gonna make WiX 7? I mean, this is just kind of we're all kind of running out of time here. Um, you know what? Give this to me. I'll take a swing at this because, as we'll see, my issues are um, a size appropriately that I could take a swing at this because I'm expecting this is easy. If it is, I can pick it up with another change probably.
Okay.
I drop it at WiX 7 so I don't forget it, and then we'll
Yep.
go from there. Alrighty then. That's triage. That's all the things out there that came in. Let us go swing over to the WiX 7 issues. There are 18 open, according to this. And we have a week and. No, we have 2 weeks. We have 2 weeks and a day. 2 weeks, basically. All right. Not all 18 are going to get solved. That'd be more than a bug a day. Also, I have created the RC2 milestone, so if there are things that we think we could, bop over to RC2, we can do that now if we choose to. Jacob's not here, is he? We still have this certificate thing that's been floating out. This overwrite zero or overwrite no of the certificates 5703 that we think has never worked. It's been around forever. This isn't happening, right? Do we just
I would argue it is really, really late, even if someone were actively working on it. It's fair. I don't know. It's fairly isolated. It might
Yeah, I
work out
don't
okay.
know. Yeah, in the end, something needs to change. So, like, the attribute needs to go away or it needs to be implemented, I think is the answer, right? So, all right, I fine. We'll just triage it next time. My expectation is that it's just gonna be like, oh, it didn't happen in RC1. That's fine. We can go into the future and decide if anybody's gonna pick it up. We'll see if Jacob ever bops on it. Otherwise, I go back to up for grabs if someone can pick it up. All right, 6350 is what we just talked about. Burn slipstreaming. 7311 multi SZ. I have a pull request out for that, so that's ready to go. 7401 is using unified artifacts in the WiX or respecting unified artifacts in the WiX project. I'm not going to get this in time for 7 in a way that I feel I'm going to be happy with. The pull request is definitely not what we want, and I need to kind of straighten out a bunch of things, and it's just I have a couple of things that are more important than this one, and this one would take up like all of my time to try to get done, and even then I'd be a little worried about it. So I think we need to put this in the future, and I want to bring it back around again in WiX 8, and actually earlier in WiX, because it'll be higher on my list in WiX 8 than it was in WiX 7. Cool. So we could just move it to V future or V next, V future.
Okay.
The same is going to go with consider ref. Now you'll notice I did fix the issue of do error codes. I did go through a huge sweep at all the error codes and got that all cleaned up. So I chose to do that one because it was even older than the ref one, but it kind of took all of my do a big massive sweep across everything and make sure it all works sort of energy away. So I'm not going to get to this ref thing, but I do want to try to do more of it. So I'm going to move this to vFuture as well. Because it's a good thing to do. It's just not going to make 7. Also, as I thought about it more, I realized like we should do a lot more in the conversion space to help you get to that. And then when do we do the obsolescence and stuff? So it just turned into like a bigger thing the more I thought about it, rather than just add some more refs in places. So I want to move that to vFuture. Those are kind of like interesting things for V8 for me. 7821 is a dock change. It will be done when we get there. So that will be should be done by RC1. 7981, figure out over.
Also doc.
Also doc. It probably should change its name or its label. Tag.
That's fair. Title.
Huh?
Title.
And title too, if you want. So, all right, cool. Doc can happen anytime in the end. Installation scope per user fails when package whatever redist is used. 8063. Bob? Like I know you've picked up some other issues around these slipstreaming things that a number of these other ones that were like, yeah, it'd be nice to do that, might not make it, or probably won't make it.
Yeah, it's not going to hit RC1. It might fall into a scope that I'd be comfortable with it going into RC2.
All right, let's put it in RC2 and we'll review it then.
Okay.
We may be like, nope, too scary, not going to make it, which is fine.
I mean, that's my fear.
Right. Well, if you're like, I could maybe make RC2, fine. We'll put in RC2 and we can revisit it then. Yeah. 8654 is a dock issue now. So that's taking the underlying issue solved. Just need to do the dock part of it. 8847 parallel cache creates errors in log file.
No.
Yeah. So future then, or just up for grabs. Your choice.
I'll keep it for now.
Okay. This is not happening. Let's put it in vFuture and then we'll follow up with Joel and WiX 8. The further removal of upgrade-related bundles until next session. So let's put it in vFuture, and we'll come back to it in 8. Okay. Compilation fails due to invalid attribute 8932. That's a documentation feature, actually. So I have that. I've got bits and pieces of that started. And I will keep it. Let's see. So 8941, I believe I found the null reference that was hanging out. It wasn't always a null reference, but anyway, it's my best guess. So I have a pull request out for it, and it did not fail. This thing fails intermittently, so I'm a little worried about it, but we'll do enough builds between now and then that if it fails again, I'll just disable the stupid test again, and we'll go there. But it passed on my last pull request, so that's a pointing in the right direction. That's all I can say. So that should be closed when that pull request is taken, and I'm only bringing it up in that it may get reopened if the test starts failing after being run a few times because it is an intermittent failure. It's just possible my PR happened to skip the underlying issue and I did not find the bottom of it. 8958 install time bundle scope. This is very cool. Bob? It's the battling with the slipstreaming issues, I assume.
The person you're trying to reach is not available.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. For the most part, it went well. I switched in the past couple of weeks. Switched to adding additional runtime tests, and then everything collapsed, which is not surprising. There are tendrils throughout. So this feature started out as always about planning, which is kind of true. It turns out, though, that there are some interesting bits of the execution that rely on stuff that isn't handled during planning. So I've had to beef up the amount of data that gets passed to the elevated engine. Um, about half the tests are passing.
Yeah.
I mean, so on a curve, that's still probably a C minus.
All right. This is big enough. Hopefully, we can still bring it in. So,
I remain cautiously not pessimistic.
all right. I'll take that for now. That's enough to not move it. All right.
Yeah, well, to be clear, if it moved out of RC1, it would have to move out of 7
Okay.
entirely.
All right.
There's no way I'd want it to come in RC2.
Okay. 9104 related patch bundle with MSP package doesn't uninstall when parent bundle's uninstalled. This sounds related to that. This might be. This is the one. Yeah, this is the one that I was talking about. Yeah, this is the one with that patch. Okay, or that PR that I sent, Bob. This is the one. Right. This is slipstreaming not working correctly. That's what that bug is. That title is terrible. Wait.
Slipstreaming?
Yeah, it's slipstreaming. It's just if you slipstream and you uninstall, it doesn't uninstall the package or something like that. That's like it sounded very much like what you were describing with the issue you're looking at the top. 6350. I believe that this is ending up in a very similar place. And 9.
This is complicated by the fact that we never asked for logs.
Yeah, well, I have a test that reproduces it.
Okay. This is the pull request you mentioned?
Yes, yeah, this is the
Okay.
it's a very small test. I'll show you.
Well, it's already assigned to me.
Right. I think this is the one that we assigned based on that other one that you're looking at, last triage. These are basically, I believe, are the same underlying problem. At least I'm hoping. If not, then we'll have to, we'll hopefully fix one of them, and we'll have to decide how to tackle the other one in the future.
Okay. I haven't looked at this, so
Right.
Yeah,
Nope.
I don't know. I had assumed that this would fall out of scope, but
Right.
then I hadn't done anything with the slipstream stuff yet. So
All right. 9118 bundle cannot start if UAC is disabled or due to wrong elevation mode. Yep. So I have this. This is like the next issue that I'm going to tackle. Security things in burn. That's basically tighten that up. 9196 is the accept EULA feature in WiX 7 so that people are aware that there is the open source maintenance fee. I have this out for pull request, at least the code half of it. Then I also have to do the doc half of it. So the code part of this that needs to get in WiX 7 RC1 is ready, and I will have at least the bare bones of the doc site up so the pages will exist if you follow the links, because there's a link in the message that says, hey, go here to read more, kind of thing. So that's 90% done. I was going to say half done, but the doc site is much easier than the code site was, of course. And then 9213, I just gave myself because I'm hoping that the bundle UAC thing and the doc is not, that I can slip this hopefully small change in while I'm fixing the doc, and that after I fix this UAC thing. So that's the state of WiX 7. Late slipstreaming feature issues in burn that we're hunting down. And I think this WiX 7 WiX v7 RC1 milestone, if you look at it, the issues that are open and closed in it, is pretty decent for what we have going for the next for WiX 7. One or two of these may slip, but otherwise we're in a pretty good spot. So, going back, any other questions, comments, things people want to talk about? We're just fixing bugs towards the end of RC1, and then before our next meeting, WiX 7 RC1 will be out. There will be much fanfare and happiness and all that kind of good stuff. Assuming the build process works for us cleanly. We've tackled signing in the last system, so hopefully that just works. I don't have anything else. Bob, do you have anything else that we need to talk about?
No, I'm quite depressed enough already.
All right. Just fill in space, see if anybody has any questions or things they want to talk about. WiX 7's coming. It's going to be good. I should have put... I didn't. I should have put his number. WiX 5 goes out of service on the 6th. Is that right? Of February?
I think so. 6th or 5th, whatever.
I forget which day it is. I thought is it the day before? So the 4th? Yeah, maybe that's what it is. It's the 4th. The day before we do all the day, spend all our time releasing the next RC. So anyway, if you're on WiX 5, you should be looking at moving to WiX 6, or you can look at move to WiX 7.
It is
RC1. Yeah, the 5th. All right. So, yeah, so you could just be like, cool. I'll just, start picking up the WiX 7. Although honestly, you probably should be on WiX 6 already because those windows are not tight. Anyway, something to think about. We'll be back in February talking about the state of WiX 7 RC1, hopefully, seeing how many people have been trying it out, kicking it around, seeing how it does, getting our first feedback probably on the accept EULA feature, which I expect is probably going to be the most obvious change, because pretty much the rest of WiX 7 is lots of nice bug fixes, cleanup fixes, and things just making WiX better all around. So that's all I have. We'll be back in 4 weeks. Is that 4 weeks? Yeah, 4 weeks from now, basically. And we will do all this again. In 2 weeks is the Deployment Dojo. If you want to come hang out and talk about MS Build stuff, that's what Deployment Dojo is about right now. And until then, you guys take it easy. We'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.
Boom. All right. Thank you, everybody. We will be back in a month with a WiX 7 RC1 behind us, and hopefully the beginnings of...
That's only 2 weeks away.
I know. Well, yeah. And we will hopefully have some feedback in those first 2 weeks so we could talk about. And then hopefully it's actually a short meeting because there's not a lot that happens in between time. Might get some feedback on the accept EULA, some behavior didn't think about, or, that once no plan survives contact to the enemy, we might find that when people start using it, that there's a good thing to do, some bit to add there that we'll put in an RC2 kind of thing. But we'll see. Until February, you guys take it easy. Adios.